So let's chat about the bag styles I love that I just don't think I'll buy. Hello, and the warmest of welcome to today's video. For those of you who haven't seen my face before, hi, I'm Nick, glad to have you here. Those who have seen my face before, thank you so much for joining me again. I hope you're enjoying my videos. I put out videos roughly 3 times a week on a range of different topics, anywhere from fashion to slightly more personal topics. So if that sounds like something you'd be interested in, then please do head down, hit subscribe and turn on the notification bell. I love chatting with you all. I'm all about living life loud, and what that means to me is being your authentic self, being proud to be you, and just celebrating who you are. Celebrating yourself, and don't forget to celebrate others. So, we are talking about bags that we love, that we just won't necessarily buy. But before I get into that, let's talk bag of the day. Today's bag of the day was my Longchamp Rousseau in the canvas monogram with the beautiful burgundy mock croc leather accents. What a gorgeous bag. I love it. It's got everything in it. It gets quite heavy, but it's so chic and so sophisticated. But the monogram just adds an element of fun to it. I still consider that a classic, but as our friend Dale would say, classic with a twist. Anywho, I was tagged by the wonderful Tanya from the channel Bits and Bags. I will link Tanya's channel below. Please do go and check out her channel, and also the video that I was tagged in that this tag originates. And this was a collaboration between Tanya and the lovely Jessie from Jessie Style. Again, I will link Jessie's channel and videos down below as well. Please do go and support both of these individuals. They're absolutely fabulous, great content creators and really lovely people. So let's go and share the love, show them some support if you don't already. Okay, thank you so much. So, the premise of this is bag styles that we love, but we just wouldn't buy. And that's actually not true. That wasn't the premise. The premise is bags that we love, but wouldn't wear. I mean, I guess it's a similar vibe, isn't it? Anyway, I hope what I say after this makes sense. Sorry, Tanya. Sorry, Jessie. I've gone off on a tangent from the get-go. But yes, bags that you love, but wouldn't wear. Whatever that reason might be, but we just don't see them landing in our wardrobes or us swiping the card in order to purchase them. And I've got my 5 plus an honourable mention, and I have the honourable mention because I know that it was 5, and I'm sorry, Tanya, I'm deviating from the rules, but I've gone for an honourable mention because whilst I think I won't buy it, I really want it, but I'm going to talk you through it. And yeah, let me know what you think I should do. Anywho, let's get into this. First things first, a brand that we know I love, Mulberry. But there's a particular bag that I love the aesthetic of, but I just wouldn't buy, and it's for one particular reason. This is the Mulberry Lily. I love a flat bag. I love the variation in sizes that you can get in the Lily, variation of materials, a variation of textures and patterns and prints and colours. It's a beautiful, beautiful bag, and the aesthetic is absolutely stunning. I have friends who have Mulberry Lilies, and every time I see them carrying them, I think, what a stunning flat bag. The reason that I won't buy this is I don't like the hardware. Not to look at, the hardware's nice to look at. I don't like the feel of it, particularly the chains. I really dislike the feeling of the chain. It feels very lightweight to me. It doesn't feel particularly substantial. It doesn't feel particularly expensive. There's something about the chain on the Mulberry Lily that every time I pick one up and I go to sort of put it on my shoulder, I look at it and I think, oh, this looks good on me. There's something about the feeling of it that I just don't like. And I can't quite put my finger on what it is because I know it will be very well made. I know the quality will be great. It's a Mulberry bag. Their quality is exceptional. There's something about it that bugs me. I know that lightweight is good because it makes the bag less heavy. I want the bag to feel a bit more substantial. I do. For that price, I want it to feel heavy. I want it to feel like it's solid metal. This just doesn't feel like that for me, but it's beautiful to look at. It's a stunning bag. Like I said, I love it when I see it on other people. Just for me, I can't justify £1,000 on something that would niggle at me, and I don't think I could get over that. But it's beautiful and I love it. Next up is a brand that is a heritage brand, has been around since the 1700s, and you hear a lot of discussion about this brand, in particular one bag that's compared to another very popular classic from a heritage brand. Do you know what I'm talking about? let me give you a hint. The bag that it's compared to is often the Louis Vuitton Neverfull. I'm talking about Goyard. Now, it is not the St. Louis that I'm referring to, which is the bag that is often compared to the Neverfull. Emma from the channel Emma Anders recently did a very thorough overview of the differences between the Goyard and the Neverfull. Talked about her preferences. I don't own either of these bags, but I really enjoyed the video. It's fab seeing Emma back on YouTube more consistently. Always loved her videos. So again, please do go and support Emma as well. But the bag that I am referring to from Goyard is the Steamer PM. This is stunning. This is a gorgeous north-south style bag. I think it's beautiful. The colours that this comes in, particularly the green, oh my word, it is just so stunning. And I've heard good things about Goyard in terms of the canvas being quite lightweight, but there is one particular reason that this bag would never end up in my collection, and it's actually the same reason that I would question buying anything from Goyard at all: quality. I have heard very questionable things about Goyard's quality when it comes to the substantial nature of their bags. So I've watched a number of channels that have spoken about the fact that they wear more quickly than Louis Vuitton canvases. It's thinner. It just doesn't have that same durability as the Louis Vuitton does, and that would be a concern to me. I don't own a Louis Vuitton canvas piece either, so I don't have that as a point of comparison, but I will take the opinion of individuals who do know these bags, who have owned multiples of these bags, and take their opinions. Chase Amy, for example, she talks about her Goyard St. Louis. I think it was a graduation present, and has always been somewhat disappointed with the durability of that particular bag, but then raves about the Neverfulls. So I don't have the money to be spending on bags that just aren't going to last, particularly at this price point. I need them to be durable. I need them to be long lasting, have that longevity. But this is stunning. I love this style of bag. I think it's gorgeous. What I'm using it for, I'm not 100%. Maybe travel, but it certainly isn't cheap. I mean, it's in the thousands, so it's a very expensive bag. It's a very beautiful bag, but given what I've heard, and I am a believer in try things for yourself, I just don't have the money and the disposable income to be wasting potentially £1,500 on a bag that just doesn't stand the test of time from a durability perspective. Visually, these bags you could wear for the next 100 years, no problem, I'm sure of it. Will they last the next 100 years? I'm not sure. My Louis Vuitton Epi Noe, that's 27 years old already. I got gifted that. It's 27 years old. That'll be around for another 27 years. That's a durable bag. That's doing well. It's looking better than I am. So, yes, that's my concern there, but this is a stunning, stunning bag. This particular item next is a victim of the style that it is, and this is from Christian Louboutin. This is the Christian Louboutin Cabata Tote in small, and I particularly love this in the Louis in the Sky and Spikes in the black. I think it's beautiful. You know I don't like red. I'm not a fan of red, but for some reason I just love this kind of ombre logoed effect with the red interior and the red sole on the bottom. It's just quintessential Louboutin, and you just accept the fact that red comes with the territory of Louboutin. So this is gorgeous, but the style of it just doesn't work for me. I'm not a shoulder tote person. I own my Karl Lagerfeld tote bag, and to be honest, I carry that for work. It never sits on my shoulder. I carry it by hand. Yes, I could do that with this, but this is £1,225. So whilst it's beautiful, it just wouldn't feature in a sensible purchase for me. A money no object, sure. And I think it's a beautiful bag. It just wouldn't get used, and therefore I can admire it from afar. I can admire it in the store if I happen to be in Selfridges and I go and have a little peek at it, but there's just no circumstance that this would be used for in lieu of something that I've already got. It would replace that Karl Lagerfeld tote bag that also barely ever gets used, and that was around £150, or maybe even a little bit less. So, and that still doesn't get used. So this would just not be a wise investment, but I absolutely love it. And if anybody is looking for that shoulder bag style, possibly in a leather, give this a look, because I don't think you'd be disappointed. It's beautiful. Speaking of beautiful bags, possibly one of the most beautiful bag styles that I think you can buy of any current collection. And our friend Meredith from the channel Living Lux with Meredith, fabulous individual, loved getting to know Meredith over the past few months, absolutely lovely person, has a stunning collection of this particular bag. I mean, she has a stunning collection of pretty much every bag style, but this is the Louis Vuitton Capucines. Wow. The Capucines is just a gorgeous, gorgeous top handle style, but it also comes with shoulder straps. I love the fact that they bring these out in seasonal variations. Meredith's collection has a number of seasonal variations, I believe. Also exotics, fur, beautiful, beautiful pieces. Just truly stunning works of art. And I love the current range of the Capucines that you can see. So for example, you have the Capucines BB, which is in this beautiful soft pink, and then it has this rainbow handle. Then there's a black version that has a blue kind of rainbow handle. Oh, they're stunning. I absolutely adore them. There are two reasons why the Capucines probably wouldn't work for me. One that's more substantial than another. The reason I love it but wouldn't buy it. The smaller reason that I wouldn't buy it is just they don't make a size that's quite large enough for the type of bag I like. I love a large top handle. This is a 40 centimeter top handle bag. It's my preferred size of top handle. This is also a 40 centimeter top handle. It's just my fave when it comes to my particular frame. I love big bags, we know this. So they don't do one that's quite large enough, although the I think could potentially work. And I'd have to be really honest with myself here. For that price point, I'd need to make sure it would work for me. If a bag feels like it's going to be too small, I'm not going to reach for it, regardless of how beautiful it is. I learned that with my Pokemon Small A pliage, nowhere near the same price point, but it's become an ornament because it's not a size I feel comfortable carrying, even though I love a top handle. So the Capucines, I think, would be a similar thing, but at a very different price point. But the main reason a Capucines will not be for me is the price. It is a very expensive bag. Understandably so. And I have to eat my words because I think I made a video a good year or so ago when I first started on YouTube saying, I don't understand why the Capucines is the money it is. Oh, I now understand why the Capucines is the money it is. It's beautiful, beautifully made. When I was in Selfridges, I did pop into Louis Vuitton and I got to see one in the flesh and I thought it was stunning. So I understand it now. But you're talking £4,500, £5,000. That is such a substantial amount of money that I just don't know that I would ever be able to justify on a bag. I just don't know that I would. Money no object, sure, I'm sure I could. And by no means is this me passing judgment on anyone who owns this bag because I think it's gorgeous. I just think I would always feel a little bit sick. But for the foreseeable, that price point is too big a hurdle for me. I just can't see a moment in time where I could acquire one. So, but that's okay. I love seeing other people with them. I love seeing other people unboxing them and styling them. And hey, I'll live vicariously through all of you. And the last one of my 5, before I do my honourable mention, is one that I just think is beautiful. But oh my word, the price is ridiculous. Chanel Classic Flap. I love the Chanel Classic Flap. I think it's beautiful. I love a flat bag. You know this. I love a flat bag. And I would go for a Chanel Classic Flap either in a jumbo or a maxi, but probably a maxi. But oh my, £8,000. It's lunacy. In all honesty, what are they thinking? Who's buying it still? I just don't understand. And it's overlaid then with the fact, similar to the Goyard pieces, I hear about the diminishing quality of the products. That's a concern when the price is going up so much higher. And I wonder if there's a reliance on individuals like myself, who have never owned one before, not having a point of comparison. So I might think the quality is exceptional, not knowing what it used to be. But I do my research and I see the fact that, yes, I think this is aesthetically one of the most beautiful bags available, particularly when they do it in beautiful colours. There was the blue patent in Designer Exchange that I fell in love with, about £4,500, and it was stunning. Still very expensive, but stunning. And a good price versus retail. But I can't see how you can justify it. And I'll be honest, I don't care enough about that brand. I don't. I don't see the value that that brand has more than Prada. I don't. People, I hear that they're different. I don't know why they're different. I couldn't tell you why they're different, other than people telling me they're different. I see them similarly. I see YSL similarly. Again, I know because I see on the channels and all that stuff, the chart that people put up of which brand sits where. I'm going to go based on what I feel the quality of the product to be, what I feel the aesthetic of the product to be, the kindness and friendliness and support that the staff give me, the store environment, how easy they are to deal with. That's what luxury is all about to me. I don't know why Chanel has this supposed kind of upper hand when it comes to brand value. I mean, by all means, for those of you who Chanel is an absolute fave for, please put the comments down below. What it is about Chanel that really captures you. As someone who doesn't buy from there, I don't see it, to be honest. And if you put a different logo on some of their items, if you put Givenchy on some of the items, I think that they would be charged less and people would see them differently. But the item's not changed, it's just the logo that's changed. So, but I don't buy into that brand particularly. Doesn't mean it's not a good brand. I just don't know why it's worth more than the others, in all honesty. But I do love the Chanel Classic Flap. I think it's beautiful. I think it's simple, sophisticated, elegant. Love the variations that they bring them out in. Love the seasonal varieties. It's a very special item. But the price tag, it was high at £6,000. Now it's at 8. I can't. I don't understand it. I just don't. I didn't really understand it at 6. And that was what, 3 or 4 price increases ago? Do the odd price increase, I get that. A couple of £100 here and there. Do that twice a year, fair enough. Things are costing more. I think that's understandable. Their price increases, no. Too much. So therefore, what I think I'm saying here is I don't agree with the structure, but also that price would really make me nervous. In order to wear it, I'd be concerned about that item. I would feel like I needed to baby it. I would feel like I couldn't properly extract £8,000 worth of enjoyment from it. So as much as I love the aesthetic of it, it just wouldn't get used because it would be a concern for me to use. And I think luxury should be used with love, with care, but with also abandon. And let's do my honourable mention. And this is one that I think will possibly end up in my collection, but it goes against my better judgment. It is a Kurt Geiger piece. It is this beautiful black faux fur Kurt Geiger Kensington XXL. I just adore this. I think it's so beautiful. I love the XXL Kensington. I've got 4, as you know. I'm always looking for new materials and new variations. Love the silver hardware. I think it's beautiful. Love the black faux fur. I've recently ordered a black faux fur coat as well. So I see this as being a potential accompaniment to that. Or is that too much black faux fur? Maybe this against my pink faux fur to give it a bit more contrast. That might be a better look. My concern with it is I live in the UK. It's a temperamental climate in terms of, don't get me wrong, it's always pretty miserable in terms of the weather. We've had some good weather, but it's normally pretty miserable and it's very changeable. So it tends to rain a good couple of times a day, even when it's not scheduled to do so. So I love the look of it. I just, if it gets wet, this is going to really be ruined, isn't it? I don't know that I live in the right climate for it. And I want to because it's so beautiful. And I think for that price, it's £269. And Kurt Geiger very kindly gifted me kind of a £50 voucher because I had a number, there's a point scheme and I'm at the ambassador level of their point scheme. So you get certain rewards with that. And one of those for me was this £50 voucher to put towards anything in store or anything that I could buy. So I did think, do I put it towards this and then bring the price down to £220? Maybe. I do love it. What do you think? Should this just stay on the love but not buy list? Should I buy it? I mean, let's consider this in the context of what the tag was actually created for. Love but wouldn't wear. I mean, I'm giving you lots of reasons why I wouldn't wear it. So before I just started making up my own version of this tag, you know, I'd probably have answered the question. I'd love it, but I don't think I'd wear it. I don't think I live in the right climate for it. So there you go, Nick. You've made your own decision. What do we think? Oh, I really want it. It comes in grey as well, but the grey, it's lovely, but it's gold hardware, and you know that's not my fave. So it would be the black with the silver, which I think is the prettiest. Oh, I really want it. Anyway, tell me what you think. I would love to hear your thoughts on this particular bag, and should I just do it? Enable me, or tell me no. I need answers. I need help. Anywho, that's that. Those are my 5 plus my honourable mention. Sorry for my mini Chanel rant. It just came out of me. But thank you so much to Tanya for tagging me in this. It was a lot of fun to think about. Thank you to Tanya and Jessie for creating this particular tag. It was great fun. And again, sorry for going so off-piste. My bad. I'm going to put up on screen here a few wonderful individuals who I would really like to hear their thoughts on this particular topic. Sorry if you've already been tagged. Here's another tag in case you have. But thank you again to Tanya and to Jessie. This was a lot of fun and I look forward to seeing you all in my next video. Take care, everyone. Bye now.